Life is a journey that takes us through valleys and mountains, through storms and sunshine, through days of triumph and nights of despair. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there are moments when the darkness feels overwhelming. It creeps into your life uninvited, wrapping itself around your mind, your heart, and your spirit. It whispers lies in your ears, telling you that you are not enough, that your pain will last forever, that the light will never return. But here is the unshakable truth. Darkness is never final. Night can stretch long, storms can rage hard, but after darkness, light always comes. Think of a sunrise. It doesn't ask permission before it breaks through the horizon. It doesn't wait for the darkness to agree. It doesn't hesitate or question whether it is worthy of rising. It simply rises. That is exactly how hope works in your life. When you least expect it, when you feel like you cannot take another step, hope appears. A single ray cuts through the night, reminding you that no darkness can last forever. And yet, when you're trapped in your lowest moments, it's hard to believe in that light. The nights feel longer. The weight feels heavier. You may wake up each day and wonder if things will ever change. You may cry in silence, hiding your pain from the world because you think nobody will understand. But here's what you need to remember. You've been through darkness before. You've faced battles you thought would break you, and yet, here you are, still breathing, still standing, still fighting. That alone is proof that the darkness has never defeated you. The darkest times often teach us the greatest lessons. Pain is a cruel teacher, but it is also an honest one. It strips away illusions, exposes your true strength, and forces you to grow in ways comfort never could. When everything around you collapses, you discover the power you carry within. When everyone doubts you, you learn to believe in yourself. When the night seems endless, you learn to hold on to faith. The truth is, without darkness, you would never appreciate the beauty of the light. Without struggle, you would never feel the sweetness of victory. Without pain, you would never know the strength of your healing. Darkness is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is the soil in which your roots grow deep, so that when the light returns, you rise stronger and taller than ever before. Think of a seed buried underground. To the outside world, it looks like the seed has been forgotten, hidden in the dark with no sign of life. But in reality, something powerful is happening beneath the surface. The seed is breaking open, growing, pushing through the soil, preparing to rise. You may feel buried right now, but you are not buried to die. You are buried to grow. The journey of life is not meant to be free of struggle. Every hero you admire, every story that inspires you, is filled with moments of darkness. Imagine if there was no battle to fight, no storm to endure, no valley to cross. Would victory even mean anything? It is because of the night that the sunrise holds meaning. It is because of the storms that the rainbow matters. It is because of the pain that healing feels beautiful. The very thing you want to escape, your struggle, may be the thing that prepares you for the life you've been dreaming of. But here's the challenge. When you're in the middle of the darkness, you can't always see the bigger picture. All you see is the weight of today. All you feel is the ache in your chest. And all you want is relief. That's where faith comes in. Faith is the ability to trust the light even before you see it. Faith is standing in the middle of the storm and saying, "This too shall pass." Faith is refusing to give up, even when every voice around you tells you to quit. Do not underestimate the power of your endurance. Every day you survive the darkness, you are building strength. Every moment you choose hope over despair, you are building resilience. Every time you take one more step forward, even when it hurts, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger than you think. And one day you'll look back at this season of darkness and realize that it shaped you into someone unbreakable. The dawn doesn't rush. It takes its time. Slowly the horizon shifts. Slowly the colors change. Slowly light takes over the sky. That's how your life will change too. It may not happen overnight, but step by step, day by day, things will shift. Healing takes time. Success takes time. Growth takes time. But if you keep moving, if you keep believing, if you keep fighting, eventually the light will break through. You are not defined by the darkness you go through. You are defined by how you rise from it. Your past mistakes do not define you. Your failures do not define you. Your pain does not define you. What defines you is your courage, your persistence, and your refusal to let the night have the final say. Every storm ends. Every winter gives way to spring. Every night leads into morning. Nothing in life is permanent, not even your pain. The heartbreak that feels unbearable will one day be just a memory. The failure that crushed you will one day be a stepping stone. The struggle that almost broke you will one day be your story of triumph. When you look at history, you'll find the same truth repeated over and over. Every person who achieved greatness walked through seasons of darkness. They faced rejection, failure, betrayal, and heartbreak. But what made them different was their refusal to give up. They held on to the belief that after darkness, light always comes. And because they held on, their light eventually broke through. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Think about Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison before leading his nation to freedom. Think about every athlete, every leader, every dreamer who faced defeat but refused to quit. Their lives are proof that the darkness is temporary, and if they can endure their nights and see the sunrise, so can you. Even in nature, everything teaches us this truth. After the harshest winter comes spring. After the fiercest storm comes calm. After the longest night comes dawn. Life itself is built on cycles of darkness and light. If the world doesn't stay in the night forever, neither will you. So, what do you do while you wait for the light? You keep moving. You keep fighting. You keep believing. Even if all you can do today is take one small step forward, do it. Even if all you can do is whisper a prayer, do it. Even if all you can do is survive the day, do it. Because every act of endurance is a declaration. I will not let the darkness win. You are not weak for struggling. You are not broken for feeling lost. You are not a failure for stumbling. You are human. And being human means you will face nights of pain. But being human also means you carry within you the power to rise. Someday, when you stand in the light, you'll understand why the darkness was necessary. You'll see how it shaped your character, how it deepened your gratitude, how it prepared you for opportunities you could never have handled before. You'll realize that the night was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of your transformation. So hold on. Don't give up now. The light is closer than you think. The dawn is already on its way. And when it comes, you'll not only see the beauty of the light, but you'll also see the beauty of your own strength. The strength that carried you through the darkest nights and brought you into a new day. Because no matter what you face, no matter how deep the night, no matter how heavy the storm, one truth will always remain. After darkness, light always comes. Every life is a story written in chapters of joy and chapters of struggle. The first chapter reminds us that darkness does not last forever, but in this second chapter we go deeper. We face the reality that sometimes darkness is not a single night, it is a season where weeks turn into months, where struggles multiply, and where the hope of light seems distant. Yet even in these long seasons of shadow, the promise remains unshaken. After darkness, light always comes. When life presses down on you, it feels like the night will never end. You try to rise, but the weight of disappointment pulls you back. You try to smile, but your heart is heavy. You try to move forward, but the path feels blocked at every turn. It is in those seasons that people often quit, because they mistake delay for denial or struggle for punishment. But here's the truth. Delay does not mean defeat. Struggle does not mean the end. Darkness is not evidence that you have been abandoned. It is the stage upon which your resilience is tested and your destiny is built. The most powerful victories are born in the longest nights. Think about the sailor navigating a stormy sea. Waves crash, lightning strikes, winds howl, and the boat is tossed violently. But the sailor does not quit halfway across the ocean. Why? Because he knows storms are temporary. He knows the clouds will break. He knows if he just holds steady, morning will come. That is how you must face your own storms. You cannot abandon the ship of your dreams simply because the sea has turned against you. Hold steady. Stay the course. The storm will not last forever. You see, darkness is deceptive. It magnifies fear and blinds you to possibility. It convinces you that nothing is changing, even while change is happening beneath the surface. Think of winter. Trees stand bare, the ground is frozen, and life looks absent. Yet beneath the soil, roots are deepening. Beneath the cold, seeds are preparing. Beneath the silence, nature is working. And then, when the season shifts, everything blooms again. Your life works the same way. Even in seasons where everything looks dead, something is growing beneath the surface. Don't mistake silence for absence. Don't mistake waiting for wasting. In your darkest seasons, you are not losing. You are becoming. You are becoming stronger, wiser, more patient, more disciplined. You are becoming the kind of person who can handle the blessing on the other side of the night. If success came without struggle, you would not value it. If healing came without pain, you would not cherish it. If light came without darkness, you would not recognize its beauty. Your current chapter may be heavy, but it is not empty. It is filled with preparation. But preparation is not easy. The nights are hard. The waiting feels endless. And the temptation to quit grows stronger every day. That is why persistence is everything. Discipline is everything. Faith is everything. Anyone can believe in the light when the sun is shining, but it takes strength to believe in it while you are standing in the dark. Think of the mountain climber. Step by step, breath by breath, they keep moving even when the air is thin and the climb feels impossible. Why? Because they believe the summit is worth it. They believe the view at the top will make every painful step meaningful. Your journey is no different. Keep climbing. Keep moving. The summit is coming. And here is something you must never forget. You are not alone in your darkness. Every person you admire, every success story you celebrate, every hero you honor has walked through their own nights. They have faced rejection, heartbreak, loss, failure, and fear. But they endured. They held on. They refused to let the darkness convince them to quit. And because they endured, they found their light. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who faced abuse, poverty, and countless setbacks before becoming one of the most powerful voices in the world. Consider Abraham Lincoln, who lost election after election before becoming one of history's most influential leaders. What do they all have in common? They lived through long seasons of darkness, but they did not give up. They trusted that after darkness, light would come. You might feel like your night has lasted too long. You might feel like others have already reached their morning while you are still waiting in the cold. But your story is not theirs. Your dawn has its own timing, and your sunrise will be worth the wait. Do not compare your darkness to someone else's daylight. Your journey is unique. Your struggle is unique. And your light will be unique too. The question is not whether the light will come. The question is whether you will still be standing when it does. Will you still be fighting? Will you still be believing? Will you still be moving forward when the first rays of dawn break through? Or will you have given up, surrendered to the night just moments before the sunrise? Do not quit. Not now. Not here. You are closer than you think. The longer the night, the brighter the morning. The harder the struggle, the sweeter the victory. The heavier the storm, the greater the calm. Your story is still unfolding, and the part you are in right now, the chapter of darkness, is not the conclusion. It is the preparation for a breathtaking climax. Hold on to this truth. No darkness has ever defeated the light. Not once in the history of the world has the night stopped the morning. Not once has a storm lasted forever. Not once has winter silenced spring. And not once will your current darkness stop the light that is coming for you. So rise. Even if you rise slowly, rise. Even if your hands are shaking, rise. Even if your heart is heavy, rise. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to feel strong every day. You simply need to keep moving forward. Because forward is the direction of the dawn. Forward is the direction of the light. Forward is the path of victory. And one day, when your light finally breaks through, you will look back and realize that the darkness was not your enemy. It was your teacher. You will see that the pain gave you strength. The silence gave you patience. The struggle gave you resilience. You will realize that without the night, you would not have become the person you are now. And you will stand in the light not only grateful for its warmth, but grateful for the journey that led you there. After darkness, light always comes. It is not just a saying, it is a promise. It is the rhythm of life, the design of creation, the unshakable law of existence. And no matter how heavy your night feels right now, your morning is already written into your story. So take courage, lift your head, strengthen your spirit, because the light is on its way. And when it arrives, you will rise with it, stronger, braver, and more unstoppable than ever before. Because you are living proof of this eternal truth. After darkness, light always comes.